Hello everyone, this is Ep14 and welcome to episode 14 of Ep14's Let's Play of ATM9 Skies. I'm getting ready to do some stuff today. I've been doing a little bit of off-camera work, and I decided that I've been doing enough off-camera work and I'd start recording. So that's what I've done. First things first is, why isn't this working? Because those are Surtus Quartz seeds. There's your problem. Prosperity seeds, please. There you go. Iron seeds. I'm low on iron. And I said to myself, if I'm low on iron, I might as well do the thing that'll probably get me a whole lot of iron, which is going to be this. So that should be cool. Now, why are you not harvesting anymore? I bet I ran out of... I did. I ran out of hoes. That's okay. I'll make a few more. And then eventually I should be able to get like an indestructible hoe, and that would be super cool. But for now, these guys last long enough. Okay? So that's pretty good. So now we've got this whole thing doing its job. And I like things to do their job. Now, as it relates to you, what I'm going to do is come over here, and I'm going to add iron essence to that, which should start exporting that stuff, I presume, once I get a little bit of iron. There it is, iron essence. Sweet. Now, do you need... there you go. And remember. Cool. And then for you, it's going to be this. So iron essence can turn into crimsite, which I don't feel like I have a need for. So if I do turn out to need it, then I'll, do the thing. But for now, I decided that that's a resource that I don't really care too much about. So in a moment, what we should see here is enough iron essence build up that we'll get an iron ingot, and then autocraft, and then boom, iron for days. That's at least the plan. Whether or not that's how it works out, I guess we'll find out. Should be fine, though. Should be fine. And I should definitely look at probably expanding some stuff. I don't know. I have to rearrange that mystical farm. But there's other things I want to work on today. So, like, hey, look, iron. Woohoo! What I want to work on today, presumably, let me get like a bunch of iron real quick if I can, because I am kind of in the need of a lot of iron. So if I do this, it'll be a quick way to get copious amounts of iron. And I feel like that would be cool. That is like super cool, actually. I'm going to get like 40-ish iron essence. Good enough for me. Sweet. All right. So that'll convert pretty quickly into iron ingots. And then what I did is I set up auto crafting for LaserIO. Because one of the things I want to do today, and I needed iron for it because I didn't have enough iron to craft my nodes. Oh, good. We can make that too. Sweet. So I real quick between episodes, like ran some extra wiring around. So you can see I wired up over here. And this guy's auto crafting. It's a simple, auto output thing. So the back input / output and auto eject on. So items come in and then they get pushed right back out. So now we can auto craft smeltable recipes. What I decided is I added an interface over here that will be responsible for all my all this stuff. And to do that, I'm going to LaserIO it up. Does that sound like something of a plan? So now while I'm at it, I should probably get a card holder. And that would be cool. Sweet. And then I can get those guys filled in. I don't know that I necessarily need to autocraft fluid and energy and redstone cards yet, but I'm going to make one of each just so that, well, it doesn't even matter really. Should be fine. But I'll get one of you. I'll get one of you. I'll get one of you. And then I wouldn't mind you knowing how to do this. And for that, you're going to need to know how to do this. And then I wouldn't mind you know how to do this. And then probably this. And for now, that's sufficient. And if I need more, I'll do it. Cool. That works. And then I can get like, I might need a few more filters. Let's see. But I can easily get, a batch of 4 of those pretty easily. And remember, in this version of LaserIO, filters are allowed to fit inside the card holder. So that's a good time. Lots of cool changes in LaserIO for 1.20, I feel like. Yeah, super, super good stuff. And quick note, I don't know if you guys are noticed this or knew this, but in the next version of Minecraft, 1.21, LaserIO supports mechanism chemicals. So there will be a mechanism chemical card. It's available for 1.21 right now if you want to play with it. All right, so let's do the things, right? So we're going to extract resources from here on the east side. Why are you overlaying this? You shouldn't be overlaying this. You should be blocked from overlaying this. I don't need half these things anyway, but still, that shouldn't be happening. So we're going to extract on... Let's make it like, we'll just start with orange, right? And I'll let it do 8 items at a time from this chest, right? Now, we're going to filter what's allowed to go in each of these things, right? So you're going to insert on orange a filter, and you're going to be Certus quartz. And then you're going to insert on orange, and you're going to filter gold. Ingot, because I can't find it. All right, and then you're going to be insert on orange, and you're going to be diamond. What diamond is that? Rail tombstone. Okay. Right, and then you're going to be insert on orange, and you're going to be silicon. Okay. Now you're going to be insert this. I don't know that I've ever done it this way before. We're going to try it this way, right? Insert on orange redstone, but then I also want to stock from orange, right? And you're going to do all of these, right? So basically what that should do is the stocking mode should, and I'll pull 8 out at a time, right? So like it'll pull from the orange channel any printed stuff. Does that sound cool? I feel like that sounds cool. Yeah. Okay. And then whatever you're done with, you're going to extract on magenta and dump it in down here. And you'll be an insert on magenta. Okay? Cool beans. So now let's link everything up. And give this a cool color to go by. We'll make it green. I like green. Green's a neat color. Right? Everybody's good to go here, right? So now if I came over to here and I gave you Certus, silicon, and redstone, okay, and I put them in there. Search from any side. Printed silicon. I would expect that to have worked. I would have expected that to have worked. Because you're filtered on that. Okay. So the insert is filtering, so I need to add to the filter this guy, and he should be allowed to do that now. Which is fine. Right? We just add these guys to the list of things that are allowed to be. This is, remember, the filter there says what this card is allowed to exchange, right? So not only is it the insert filter, but it's also technically the stocking from filter as well. So we needed to add that. And then AE2 has a thing there, right? So that, I think, is a pretty efficient way with LaserIO to do all these recipes, right? So your job will not be this. You're going to be silicon and gold, right? Okay. And then you are going to be diamond. Okay. And then you are going to be calculation. Cool. So we put all that away now. So this is more channels conservative than the way I was going to go before, right? So now if I said, hey, give me another logic processor, it should dump everything in. And that's pretty cool, right? The only thing I might want to do is boost up like a few overclockers. Which also can fit in the card holder, as I recall. It's a thing that I made sure could happen now. And the main reason that exists is because I added a card cloner, and that card cloner can copy and paste from and pull things out of the card holder. But like, let's make you run faster. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll boost you. I don't know if we need every tick. Every 5 ticks should be good, right? I like that plan. And then you should also be every 5 ticks, right? So that he'll stock quicker as well. So now if I came over here and said, hey, give me 4 of these, see how quickly they filled up there? And they're like stocking real fast, right? Boom, boom, go. So pretty quick. I like that, right? And forecast, and that's good. Okay, cool. So that means AE2 autocrafting can be very good because that is like the biggest part of setting up AE2 autocrafting. That and the smelting bit. Cool. So now what we can say is let's get and I think I removed half of the things I wanted because I was being silly. But we want pattern providers, right? That would be that's extended pattern provider, which I kind of want to try out just to see how they look. 2 capacity cards, huh? For funsies, I'd like to know what capacity cards. Let's do that. If I wanted to get an extended dude here, right? That would be you, and then that would be you. And then that would be, I definitely want to know how to make the pattern provider. I need to know how to make the crafting tables. I probably need to know how to make patterns. Oh my goodness. See how much see why we need auto crafting? It's an important thing to need to know. That would be you. I already know how to make glass, so that's cool. What was I making? All right. You, I need some of these. And I need some of these. And I think we already know how to make Fluix dust. Or we may not know how to make it, but we can make it with the essence, right? So let me add all these things here real quick, just so I can request more patterns. Right? And now auto crafting, woot, super cool. I like it. Okay. And then I should teach you how to do this. And this. And then you should also know how to do this. And at some point, I will probably need this. But we have a lot of it for now, so it's probably a while before we'll need it, but it'll be good to know about it for the future, right? So now if I came in here and said I wanted pattern provider, but instead of that, I wanted like this advanced one. I should be able to auto-craft all the components of it, right? And I'm just curious, like, what the mechanics of this extended pattern provider from extended AE are. Like, does this just give me more slots? Because that would be cool. Ooh, my goodness, that is cool. Look at how cool that is. Like, what should I build a chandelier out of these? Would I ever run out of patterns at that point? Because usually, like, I do the chandelier thing, right? Like, and it works. Like, I almost question. Like, that is really cool, right? Now, is there anything like a extended? Now, there's also a mega pattern provider. Supports processing patterns only. So that would not support crafting, right? And that requires an accumulation processor, which looks like a little bit more complicated. Oh yeah, there's some singularity stuff going on, and other than that, not terrible. But still, that's processing patterns only. So yeah, I kind of like the idea of, look, I put an elevator here because I'm cool like that. But like, couldn't I just do that and then now, obviously, I should note for you guys that like this thing can only craft one thing at a time, right? So as a result, we definitely want to put some acceleration cards in here. But I'm like, almost, do I even want to do the chandelier thing now? Because like, do I need to? Oh, I don't know. Like, I feel like I should still do it, but then we'll have like a stupid amount of crafting available in that chandelier, and I like the thought of that. What do you guys think? Is that a cool plan? I think it's cool only because I've never done it before, right? Only because I've never really done it that way before. So I think I'm going to do that for sure. I think that's what's going to happen now. I think we're going to have a chandelier design, but with all extended patterns. So it'll be like having 4 chandeliers. And now every Let's Play series I've done, I usually fill up 1 chandelier and then like start on a second and never fill up a second. I don't know that I've ever filled up a second. If I have, I've definitely never filled up a third. And this has 4 times the storage. Now, the only thing I should do is say that I should definitely put acceleration cards in everything. So I should add the acceleration card. And then make sure we know how to make advanced cards as well. So that I can have it. Because remember, we're going to have way more crafting patterns per molecular assembler. So as a result, we should make sure the molecular assemblers are going as fast as possible so that we don't bottleneck anything by having like so many recipes trying to run within the same molecular assembler. Does that make sense? I think that's cool. So let me kick off the crafting for all this stuff, and we'll come back in a minute when it's either done or we realize we don't have nearly enough resources to do it, and then we'll figure it out from there, okay? So back in a minute. All right, folks, we are back, and I think I've got a whole bunch of wool available. Yes, I do. Wool has EMC. And off camera, I made a bunch of things. I made a lot of teaching the AE system how to AE system. So, and like, you know, so I taught it cables. I taught it all kinds of good stuff. I'm holding off on like the acceleration cards because the math is such that I need about 400 of them. So, actually surprisingly close to being able to afford it, but it will probably significantly impact my diamonds. And that's probably about it, to be honest with you. I might do it. If I just like, if I spent like 5 minutes on, what is over here? What are you doing? What are you, buddy? Oh, it's a fairy from Forcecraft. Okay, that's cool. I ain't gonna attack a fairy, right? No, definitely not. So if I just spend a few minutes doing this, I'll have enough, and then I can like fill up all those accelerators. Because like normally I don't do that, but I think because we're gonna have so many things in there, like I said, it's gonna be good to do. So let me just get a little bit more iron. I was gonna say when I started recording this segment, I'm not gonna do the accelerators yet, and I'll come back to it. But then I was like, why don't I just do it? Like, just do it, and that's fine. All right, so I have the crafting for these in process, and I actually want to show you why I've decided to do this, how big of a difference this actually makes, right? So I'm going to take all these cards out of here, and presumably in a moment, hopefully it'll get to the point where it's ready to craft those things. So right now it's doing calculation processors, right? So like, see it doing that? Now watch. Actually, kind of a significant difference, right? Like significantly faster. Yeah, like it's just, yeah, worth, right? So I currently have because a 4K doesn't support going up to 400. I have a 190 and a 200. That'll be enough. So back in a well, not back in a minute. I'll let this go, and what I'll do is start with the dents, right? So because I'm probably only going to ever have one of these, I can just go like straight down with the dents, right? Um, and just kind of like build it down here, and I think that would be super cool, right? So let me get ready to look at my pictures because I always have to do this by looking at the pictures, right? So then basically at the bottom here, and I want to make sure that we have enough room. So I might do like, this should be enough room, right? So I'm gonna have some anchors, which I probably need a few more anchors of. Boy, I hope I have the iron for a few more anchors. Oh, good, I can use something other than iron. Okay, good, we're fine, right? And then you're gonna be, this is gonna be really hard to do. As is, but like I'll figure it out, right? I'm just gonna probably and then give myself a little bit of light, and that should be good. All right, so from here we're gonna do down, left. Oh, that's not the right side. Right top, right? So I'll just kind of do my best to do this without great flight and over the void, but you know, do what I can do. You. I think this is the one that requires like the most convolutedness. There we go. Nice. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay. That should be most of it, right? And then from there, we simply put molecular assemblers. Now I'm actually short one assembler, but I'm going to go snag that from, well, you're still crafting. Are we close to done here? Yeah. Getting there. We're waiting on the calculator. Oh, it won't be long. So I'll just remember I have one more processor to grab, or assembler to grab, right? Cool. So you're going to go here, 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 all around. Cool. And then from there, we get our extended pattern providers. Never tried this before. Very excited to see how it plays out, right? You guys are just going to do all this. Okay. All the way around here like that. Okay. And then on top of all of these, we'll go that, I think. And the assemblers on the bottom. Or in the middle, if you will. And then we're going to repeat that underneath, right? Definitely need to spend time getting a better jetpack. Right? There we just so you guys can see what I'm doing, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that does need to be there, but not yet. It doesn't actually matter what order you put these things in, but I'm trying to stick to my pattern. And then the final is going to put these last 4 on this assembler set. You know what I should be doing while I'm doing this is filling the assemblers with acceleration cards. I don't want to forget that step. Okay. So like, let's make sure all our acceleration cards. Now I need 377 of these bad boys. And what did I get? 390 is what I crafted. Pretty sure 377 was the number. 385 actually. So I'm going to put 5 away. Actually, there, right? Yes. So 385, right? So that would be 14 left in the system. Okay. And that way I'll know that I've caught all of these, right? So now the last step is just to surround this. And what I'm going to do is remove you guys. It'll be the easiest way for me to get access to these right now. And then I'll just replace them when I'm done. So I'll come back in a minute once I just finish this. You get the gist, right? I put molecular assemblers all around on the outside, and then we're cool. So that'll be very not fun to watch me do, especially with my flight inhibitions. So yeah, we'll be right back. Cool? Cool. All right, last batch, 1, 2. I'm actually short one. Did I miss one somewhere? I feel like I've got most of the area covered, but I feel like I must be missing one. Because I should have used 77 and I used 76. Does one go like in the middle or something? Yeah, one might go in there. That might be where the last one goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal you two. Okay. You guys can go away. Maybe I should leave this here. Just because there's like so many of these patterns, I can't put them all in my inventory. I'll come get them piecemeal in a minute, right? But then I think the last one goes probably right there. And I assume, I forget if it matters if there's a cable here or not, but like, I'll just do that. And then that's cool. And then that's cool. Awesome. Now, it feels like I also have one bat. Oh, you know what? I already had 5 of these. Right. I already had 5 of those in the assembler. So that extra 5 is from the assembler I just broke. Cool. Excellent. And then up here is where we can reattach. Oh, look how many pages of molecular assembly. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so beautiful. Right? Now, as a reminder, it's generally recommended to fill a column at a time. Because that will evenly distribute these across the many different pattern providers, thus leading to more distribution rather than like one getting clogged up with them all, which is just better overall. Okay, so now you're done. Whoopsie, didn't want to break that one. That was an important piece not to break. There we go. Everybody's back. We're fine now. Pay no attention to that click. Excellent. So now we know how to make all the things. And I don't see any reason to ever use anything but an advanced pattern provider, except for the potential argument that it could be very costly from energy. I didn't look into that. Is there like a large energy cost for pattern providers? I guess we'll find out in a minute if the AE system goes offline, right? I mean, so far, so good. What do we got here? So they're 2 FE per tick, where these have a passive drain of 4. They're actually, I'm assuming they're the same, right? They're the same. So there's 2 of them and it drains 4 FE. There's 32 of them and it drains 64. It's 2 FE per tick. It's the same power drain for an extended pattern provider than there is from a regular pattern provider. Cool. Well, that makes life easy. It sure does. Right? So 32 channels online. And now we are ready to autocraft all the things, which I am personally very excited about, right? So we could have like a pattern provider here, and now we can have like lots and lots of like smelting crap. I love it. I think it's cool. What do you guys think? Yay? And right on cue, it started raining, but that's okay with me because I am going to wrap up the episode. So now that we can auto-craft, the next thing I want to work towards is probably, speaking of rain, I wouldn't mind having access to dark matter. So how hard is that to get? So we're going to need Enderium, Aldemodium, Netherite Scrap, and Sky Steel, which is not hard at all to make. Super easy. Submerge in lava. Okay. So that's the thing. I guess it's okay to just toss those kinds of items in lava without any kind of without anything. Now all the modium is where we're gonna have a real and Eternalist fuel catalyst, which looks like it's gonna require Philosopher's Stone to get our hands on. So that's okay, right? Because it's just that line to get Eternalist fuel. Not a problem there. And then all the modium and Enderium. So these are two things we're definitely going to want. Enderium looks like it's going to be relatively easy to get. I don't think I'm going to even have a problem getting Enderium. So I'm not even going to like put that on the to-do list. I'm going to call that super easy. All the modium is going to actually be a process. That I remember was... I know what it is. That's all the modium. So we're going to need to combine with an Energizer, refined glowstone from Mechanism, redstone arsenal's flux-infused ingot. We're going to need energetic alloys from LaserIO. We're going to need Diorium ingots from Forbidden Arcanus. We're going to need soul-infused ingots from Thermal Extra. And then we're going to need nitro crystals from Powa. Which, by the by, nitro crystals do require nether stars. So that's going to be a whole thing. And Philosophers, I'm pretty sure, also requires a nether star. Yes, it does. So withers are going to be in our future. Lots and lots of things to think about. But for now, it's wrapping up point. So Dower20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And that's like the initial things I'm going to start working towards. And obviously, a lot of infrastructure to set up and a lot of mods to work for. And that's one of the things I like about all the mods packs is like a lot of these, like, you know, in order to get to this thing, you have to go through like 5 or 6 different mods. So it's not just kind of like, oh, these mods exist in the pack, play with them if you want. You're kind of like encouraged to check out some new mods, which I like. I think that's fun, and I plan to absolutely do that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. For now, you know what to do. Take it easy.